All right, let's go. Okay, this is problem 3 and 4 from the writing functions using rate and initial value practice worksheet. All right, let's dig in. Problem 3. Hey, if you're not subscribed, please do so. Throw us a like. And, let's get some math done. It's muy importante. Mickey started a business selling prints of their artwork. Each print sells for $20 each. Hey, that looks like a rate of change to me, right? Each print, $20. So $20 per print. Create a function, RP, where P is the input value. Okay? So P is, that dang orange again, is the input value. That means the number of prints that Mickey sold. And RP is the output value. And that represents the amount of revenue. Revenue is how much money Mickey's bringing in by selling their artwork. Let's assign a variable to each unknown. Okay, let's start with P, the input variable P. P is prints sold. Now let's talk about RP. That's the output. That is revenue generated. I'm going to call it revenue. All right, what's the initial amount? We don't have one. So I'm going to say 0. Identify the rate of change. Well, that's my rate of change. $20 per print. All right, don't forget to include the unit of measurement, dollars, and per one print. Let's create a function, RP. Okay, so RP equals, well, that's my rate of change times my input variable plus 0. Well, I don't need to put plus 0. That doesn't change anything when I add 0. All right, notice they took my values away on my table, so I got to figure this out on my own. Looks like we need 5 inputs and outputs. And it also looks like they gave me a max value. So Mickey became so popular that they started selling their prints for more than $20 each. So this is only good for the first 100 prints sold. Think about what your minimum number of prints sold could be. That's right, it's 0, and that means Mickey made $0. All right? Now what's the max? Well, the max is 100. Now, how much money did Mickey make if they sold 100 prints? We'll just do 20 times 100. $2,000. Let's go, Mickey. Okay, now I got to pick 3 values in between. You could do 30, 60, 90, 30, 50, 80, 25, 50, 75. There's so many possibilities, right? I'm going to do 30, 50, 70. I just like those nice even numbers. You could have done 25, 50, 75. That would have really broken it up into quarters nicely. But, just pick 3 in between that span between the min and the max. All right, here we go. So I'm going to now fill in my table of values. So 20 times 30, $600. Let's go, Mickey. 20 times 50. That's $1,000. And then 70 times. Well, 20 times 70, 1,400. Okay. Now we got to come up with, they asked me a question and I didn't see it. Oh, no, that's that. Now they asked me another question. Is the function continuous or non-continuous? Can you sell a half print? Can you sell 7.3 prints? No. You cannot sell a decimal part of a print or a fractional part of a print. You can only sell whole number prints. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 100, 50, 70. So this is non-continuous because not every ordered pair between 0 and 100 is valid. Fractional ordered pairs for inputs are not valid. Okay, so now let's graph it. I have my input value, print sold, goes to 100. So this is going to be print sold. This is P. Print sold. And I'm going to do increments of 10. All right? This is money. It's revenue. So that's RP. That's revenue. And I'm going to do increments. I got to go all the way up to 2,000. So I'm going to just do increments of 200. All right, here we go. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I used about half of it. So anytime you use half or more, that's great. Revenue starts at 0. Increments of 200. So 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 12. 2, 4. 2, 4. Hold on, what's going on here? Did I mess up? 200, 400, 600. 800, 1,000, 1,200. Okay. 14, 16, 1,800. And then there's 2,000 right there. 22, 24. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's nice right there. Now let's plot some points. So 0, 0. That's right there. That's easy. I got that. 30. These should be 50 and 100. Let's go. 30. 600. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 600 right down. All right. Then we have 50, 1,000. 56, 8, 1,000. Right there. 70. 1,400. There's 12, 14. And then the last one is 100 and 2,000. There's 18, 2. Notice how those line up nicely. Okay, now be careful when you graph this. Be careful because it's not continuous. So you should not go past the min and max, and it should not be a solid line. Every ordered pair represents another print sold, right? So not all the ordered pairs are valid. Ordered pairs that have fractional inputs are not valid. So that is my non-continuous graph. All right, let's keep going. How much revenue did Mickey earn after selling 32 prints? Okay, well, that's my input. So I'm just going to go 20 times 32. $640. Don't forget your unit of measurement. There it is. If Mickey generated $1,500, how many prints did Mickey sell? Okay, so this is that whole input-output thing again, right? This represents the output. So R sub P equals 20P. Remember, R sub P is the revenue. So that represents 1,500. Oh, you can't see. All right, so R of P equals 20P is the model. The output RP is 1,500. Divide both sides by the 20. And you get all of, I think, 75. $75 was correct. So that means Mickey sold 75 prints and earned $1,500 for doing so. So 75 prints. The cost to create and ship the 100 prints was $427.83. I knew there was going to be some overhead here. So how much profit did Mickey earn? Okay, so profit is equal to revenue minus cost. Okay? So profit is going to equal to $2,000 because that's the revenue Mickey earned for selling 100 prints minus the cost. Okay, let's see how much money Mickey made in profit. It's pure money that Mickey gets to put in their pocket. 1,000. Let's go, Mickey. $1,572. And don't forget that 17 cent. 17 cent. All right. Let's keep going. Last one. You're doing great. Make sure you get those distractions out of the way. MJ is a star on the local basketball team. Let's go, MJ. MJ scores an average of 12 points per game. Okay, so average 12 points per game and has an average of 12 assists per game, okay, and an average of 9 rebounds a game. Wow, MJ's good. There are a total of 15 games. This is muy importante. The total number of games. That's the maximum input. All right, so there's 15 games. Okay, let's do some math. Let's do some math. So, what is the minimum number of games that MJ can play this season? That's right, 0. And the maximum number is 15. And that's going to be true for all of these, right? That's true for all of these because it looks like we're making a table for points, assists, and rebounds. Okay? So, now they want me to create 5 inputs and outputs for each. I already got my min and max in there, so now I'm just going to do, let's see, what would be good? I'm going to say 4, 8, and 12. That was a nice span, right? I'm going to do that for all of them. 4, 8, and 12. 4, 8, and 12. Now this is going to be a running total, right? So as he plays more and more games, the number of total points he scored in a season is going to increase. The total number of assists, the total number of rebounds. Okay, so let's create these tables. I'm going to start with this table. Remember, points were 12 per game. So 0, 0. 12 times 4, because after 4 games, Mickey had an average of 48 points. 12 times 8, 96 points. 12 times 12, I know what that is. It's 144. And then 12 times 15, 180. All right, that's the total number of points Mickey scored this season, right? Okay, 0 games, 0 assists. 7 assists per game. So Mickey is a really good all-around player. Really good. 28. 7 times 8. 56. 7 times 12. 84. 7 times 15. 105. Okay, now we're going to go to rebounds. The re and abounds. 0 games, 0 rebounds. 9 rebounds per game. So 9 times 4, 36. Actually, look what I can do here. 9 times 8. I love this about this calculator. 9 times 12. You can download a free calculator like this. It's called Calculate 84. And you can get an app for free on your phone. And they're nice. They're really nice to have. All right, now I can just take all those values and put them right there. 36, 72, 108, 135. All right, that was fun. Now let's see what we've got to do next. The input variable for each scenario created in the table above is the same. Assign a variable to the input value. I think that's G for games played. Assign an output variable for each scenario created in the table above. All right, well, for points, I'm going to do P of G, points per games played, and that's points. I'm going to do A G, that's assists. And I'm going to do RG, that's rebounds. I like to assign variables that make sense in the context, right? Write a function for each. All right, this ain't bad. So points per game. Well, how many points per game? 12 per game plus 0, right? We start the season with no points. Assists per game. 7 assists per game. 7 assists per game. And the last one is rebounds per game, and that is 9 rebounds per game. Those are my 3 functions. Use a different color to graph each of the models. Include labels on the axis and proper increments. Okay, so I'm graphing them all on the same one. Okay. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll easily make it. Okay, so games, just increments of 1. All right, and then we have 3 things here. We have, I'm just going to write them out: points, assists, and rebounds. Okay, and I'm going to do, I got to get all the way up to my maximum value. So my maximum value is 180. So I need to get up to that. So I'm going to do increments of 10. Okay, so let's put our increments in. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. Okay, that's the maximum number of games, so I'm good. I used about 3/4 of my x-axis. That's great. And then I'm going to look here. Increments of 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 15, 1,150. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, there it is. And then 2,000. Okay, there we go. That's a nice use of our coordinate plane. Okay, so what do we know? We know for all of them, it starts off at 0, 0. All right, now for points, it's 4, 48. So 4 games, 48 points. I'm just approximating. For 8, we have 96. So we're going to be just under 100. Right there. For 12, it's 144. That's going to be about here, about halfway between 140 and 150, a little less, so right about there. And then the last one is 15, 135. Sorry, 15, 180. So there's 150. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, those line up nicely. Now, is this continuous or, right, can we score a half a point? No, we cannot. So this is not continuous. So I'm going to do a dashed line, and that shows the reader it's not continuous. Okay, and I never go past the min or max. So there's that. They asked me to use a color for this. So for this one, I'm going to use yellow. Boom. That represents my points. Okay, that looks good. All right, now let's do it again. Let's do it for assists. Start at 0, 0. Watch what I'm going to do this time. Now I'm going to go my minimum and my maximum only. So 15, 105. And that's halfway between there. Because I know it's linear, so I know it's going to make a line, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and graph my min and max, and then I know it's also, you can't have a half of an assist. So I'm going to just do a dashed line. Every ordered pair that is a solution will land on this line, so I know these will land on it. So I'm good. I'm going to use a color on that one. So the color I'm going to use is going to be orange. And I'll show you, I'll check. I'll put another ordered pair on there. And you can see. Notice I do not go past my min and max. Right? Do not go past your min and max. So that's assists. And then I just want you to see real quick. Notice the ordered pair 856 for assists. So 856. Boom, right about there. Perfect. We're good. We're good. Okay, last one, kiddos. Last one. That's rebounds. So 0, 0. And then 15, 135. So 1, 10, 20, 30, 5. Right there. And now again, I know that you can't have you got to have a whole number of rebounds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't have negative rebounds. All right, that's not possible, so the graph will never go down there. And this is, again, non-continuous because we cannot have a fraction of an input. So I'm going to show that with my graph. I'm going to do this in MJ's favorite color, pink. Max to min. Boom! Chakalaka. Oh, I didn't answer a question. This is non-continuous. I've been saying it, but I didn't answer it. I get so excited about graphing. All right, kiddos, that's it. Game over. Good season, MJ. Okay, kiddos, good job. Stay strong. Keep working hard until the end. All right, show some strength. Show some love for yourself. Okay, be wonderful. Bye.